This is the new OLIGHT Seeker 4 Pro, the successor to the Seeker 3 Pro. It's 4,600 max lumens, and the best part, it comes with this holster. But is it worth the upgrade from the Seeker 3 Pro? Let's go ahead and find out. What comes in the OLIGHT Seeker 4 Pro box? Let's find out. Included is this beautiful design charging and holding holster, this USB-C charging cable, this mounting bracket with the 3M tape and an extra one as well, a safety warnings label, the user manual, last but not least, the Seeker 4 Pro flashlight. Let's do the overview of the flashlight. At the top, we have these quad LED cool white 5700 to 7000K configuration and TIR lens that provides a smooth beam that is very suitable for up close or even long range lighting. With the Seeker 3 Pro, the heatsink is a semicircular cross section, as this year's model is a much larger, very differently shaped heatsink that has a lot more surface area and has an appreciable difference in the way the light cools down. They also took away the proximity sensor on the Seeker 4 Pro, as much of you requested from the Seeker 3 Pro. Coming down to the body, one of the differences between the Seeker 3 Pro and the Seeker 4 Pro is the metal switch. As you can see on the 3 Pro, the metal switch is pretty small compared to the new one. This one, they made it a lot larger with a lot better grip. One of the things I didn't like about the 3 Pro was the fact that it wasn't large enough to be able to rotate it freely, and you couldn't really feel the rotation. As with the Seeker 4 Pro, you have a lot better grip, you're able to feel it a lot better, which makes it a lot easier to operate. Now, this is the first flashlight that has micro perforation installed. What does that mean? It has a bunch of little holes that makes you be able to see the lights in complete light, but when the light is off, you can't see it at all, making this design a lot more sleek and aesthetic to the eye. With this metal switch, you have the battery indicator on the right and the light modes on the left. It has stepless dimming up and down, and you're able to set it from low to medium to high. And for the first time ever, you can also set it to turbo when the light is on, something you couldn't do on the 3 Pro. More on that later. Another neat thing about the Seeker 4 Pro that the 3 Pro doesn't have, now you can preset the level you want before turning it on. Right now we have it on high. Just turn it on, it goes on high. You want to go to low, turn it on, and it goes to low. Something you couldn't do on the 3 Pro. Speaking of its design, it has this ergonomic wraparound silicone grip that provides a very secure, comfortable grip to hold even in wet conditions or having large gloves on. But aside from that, my favorite part is that it makes it very aesthetically pleasing to look at. Now, the Seeker 4 Pro comes with a customized 3.6 volt 21700 5000 milliamps per hour lithium ion battery. Now, the cool thing about this flashlight and what makes it unique is its holster that makes the Seeker 4 Pro more functional by offering charging, multiple storage, and carrying options. As you can see, it has this Type-C charging port right at the bottom of the holster. That means that you can place this on a mount bracket that it comes with, or you can put it on the sleeves of your backpack or anywhere convenient and have it as a charging station by having the holster connected. Now, this looks like your regular typical holster, but if you look at the bottom, it has some terminals for charging. What's great about it is that after a long day of work, you can have this mounted on your car or anywhere you'd like as a charging station, put your flashlight in there, connect your Type-C charging cable to the Type-C charging port, and you're charging. It is very secure. As you can see, it does not come out, and you can easily take it off for use. And like I had mentioned, it has many carrying options. Included, it's this mounting bracket that comes with 3M tape. To put this on, you simply grab the clip and you insert it like that. It's very sturdy. And to release it, you just push back on the clip and take it off. Some of you asked if you can put your Seeker 3 Pro into the holster. As it does fit and can be used to hold your Seeker 3 Pro, it does not charge because, as you can see, this thing does not support 5V charging. It only has one ring that is mainly for the magnetic charging cable that it comes with. But the Seeker 4 Pro has 2 rings around it, so it's multifunctional in charging, as you can still use the magnetic cable that the Seeker 3 Pro has, but with the outer ring, you're able to charge it with the holster. I do have to mention that it does not come with the magnetic charging cable, but it's okay because they're not that expensive to buy, and the holster is definitely a great charging option. Let's talk about the user interface and the operation of it. Now, much like the Seeker 3 Pro, the Seeker 4 Pro comes automatically locked, meaning that you'd have to rotate the switch more than 90 degrees to unlock it. But what the Seeker 4 Pro has that the 3 doesn't is that now you can hold down the button to access Moonlight, which unlocks it automatically. And there you go, you have Moonlight mode. But to unlock it, you just rotate the dial more than 90 degrees and it unlocks. And then you just press the button again to turn it off. Now, if there is no operation within 10 seconds, the indicators will turn off and it will automatically lock itself again. A new thing you can do with the Seeker 4 Pro is pre-select the light mode before turning it on. You just rotate the dial to the desired mode, low, medium, or high, whatever you choose, just press it on and you have access to that mode. As the Seeker 3 Pro, you couldn't do that. It has beautiful stepless dimming. Now, since the metal switch button is a lot larger, you can definitely feel a lot better and the stepless dimming is a lot more smoother. Now, to access the Moonlight, you just hold and press for more than 1 second and it turns on Moonlight mode. Now, to access low, medium, and high, you can also just hold it and press low, medium, high, or you can increase the lighting just by rotating the switch. A new feature of the Seeker 4 Pro, after turning it on, you can access turbo with the rotary switch. With the Seeker 3 Pro, you weren't able to do that, but you can also just double tap to access turbo. If you are on high mode and you double tap to access turbo mode, and then you double tap to go back, it automatically goes to medium mode. But anything below that, if you double tap to go to turbo and then you tap to go back, you go back to the previous mode you were in. Now, to access strobe mode, you unlock it first if it's off, and then you triple press the button just like that. And to turn it off, you just short press it again. Now, holding the button, you're only able to cycle through low, medium, or high. Like I mentioned, to access turbo, you can either turn it on and then switch the dial all the way to turbo, or double press the button to access turbo. And to access Moonlight, you just hold and press it when it's off. And then you can cycle through low, medium, and high through just holding and pressing the button. Just like the Seeker 3 Pro, this also has the set timer. When the light is on, to access the turn off time, you just double press and hold the switch and it will flash once. That means you are set for 3 minutes, and then you double press again and it flashed twice, and that's set for 9 minutes. Now, that feature is cool and all, but I don't really know anyone who really needs it. Unfortunately, this does not have SOS or beacon mode, just like the Seeker 3 Pro. Now let's look at the indicators on this beautiful light. On the right side, you have the battery power indicators, and on the left side, you have the brightness level indicators. As far as the power indicator goes, if you have one constant on, but it's red, you are less than 10% battery. If it's one constant on and it's green, you are between 10 and 25%. If you have two constant on, you are between 25 to 50%, three constant on from 50 to 75%, and four constant on from 75 to 100%. Now let's look at the specs of the Seeker 4 Pro. What's one of the differences between these two lights? Well, the 3 has a max output of 4200 lumens, 274 yard throw, doesn't have a holster, and uses MCC3 charging. And the Seeker 4 Pro has 4600 lumens, 284 yard throw with a holster, and also can you use with the MCC3 charging. Now the turbo gives you 4600 lumens for 2.5 minutes. Then it steps down to 1200 lumens for a total of 122 minutes, and then down to 600 lumens for 35 minutes. It gives you a max peak beam distance of 284 yards. For high, it has 1200 lumens for 135 minutes, then it steps down to 600 lumens for 35 minutes, then it steps down to 300 lumens for 10 minutes. On medium mode, you're gonna get 300 lumens for 11 hours. On low mode, you get 50 lumens for 60 hours, and on Moonlight, you get 5 lumens for 15 days, which I would recommend to use for like reading. Strobe mode is 4600 lumens at 13 Hertz. Like I had mentioned, this is the first light with microperforation, but it still holds an IPX8 rating, meaning that it's waterproof and can be submersible up to 6 feet underwater for 30 minutes. It is 1.5 meter impact resistant and can withstand a drop test of 5 feet on all 6 sides. This body is aluminum alloy, but it's still very lightweight at 7.06 ounces. Now let's look at the dimensions. The length is 5.24 inches, the head diameter is 1.38 inches, and the body diameter is 1.10 inches. All things considered, should you upgrade from the Seeker 3 Pro to the Seeker 4 Pro? Well, I saw someone mention that they would rather have the Type-C port on the flashlight itself. I believe the fact that the holster has a Type-C port is actually an advantage. If you have the Type-C port on the flashlight itself, covering it with the rubber boot, eventually after wear and tear, a couple years from now, the boot itself could actually tear off, making it susceptible to water, rain, dirt, dust, therefore making the flashlight probably not work. I would much rather have this break or get dust water in it and have to use a magnetic charger to be able to charge this than have to get a brand new flashlight. Also, on the Seeker 3 Pro, one of the things that I was struggling with is being able to rotate the dial. I felt like the switch was a little too small for me and didn't have enough grip. In this one, they made it much larger, and with the microperforation on the light, the design is overall a lot more aesthetic, and I'm able to see a lot better as well. All things considered, I do think this is definitely worth an upgrade. If you guys found this video helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more future videos. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.